It's 6:41 p.m., 11/23/2021, East Coast in the United States. So let me jump right in here to tell you what's going on in case you're not following this. Let's start with this just popped up on the screen. It's a bushcraft bear. It says 4 minutes ago, okay? And the title is, this is what he says: I feel like I'm in a movie. Wide stream of lava, glowing clouds, surreal atmosphere, volcanic eruption. As I said in a couple of videos back last night or whenever, reading one of his video titles from yesterday or whatever, he said it looks apocalyptic. So I think when you hear such things coming out of his mouth in his titles, then it's time to I don't know, really pay attention, whatever. And I believe it is. And what's going on there now, things are hopping and picking up pace. Things are really going on there again right this moment. The same scene, all kinds of hot rock gushing, falling off, eruption going on. I'm looking at the picture now. It's just massive, all falling off, hot rocks and red, pink, all falling off, crust falling into the sea there. And then on the bottom there's a square screen. I could see a glowing jet, a plume shooting out, gaseous in the background from a distance. And then I hear, again, it's muted very much, but I could hear constant rolling, rumbling, thunderous sounds that's being muffled, okay? So this is what's going on here right now. Again, if you could hear it without it being squelched and lowered somehow, that they're doing that, you would probably hear tremendous, constant, loud sounds and booms and rumbling going on non-stop here now. And really that flow hasn't stopped from yesterday, from all that happened. That flow of all that is continuing, even just as strong or stronger now, and it's just starting again in one sense, heading into the night here. So again, this is just starting. It's going full force, and it's going to keep on going. All right. The thing that comes to mind here in me being on here is the phrase, "It's later than you think." So maybe it truly is here. I have to be honest. Everything I've gone through here, especially lately, being online here, in one sense, I don't even want to be here anymore. I really don't. Reporting on all of this, I mean, I do. I'm glad for the chance to, especially spiritually, but I don't like hot lava rocks being poured on me either, and this has been happening. These others coming out of the woodwork against me like crazy now here lately. For instance, here's a comment just within a half hour ago that I just 22 skidooed real quick and took it down. I don't know who these people are, but this is what it said. You really need to stop, with 4 exclamation marks. It's lake of fire time, 2 exclamation marks. All who participated in this quote-unquote conspiracy will be tortured with never-ending fire, exclamation point. And that's their lovely entrance into my channel here toward me commenting. That's not all. There's been all kinds of things going on behind the scenes for many of these other kind of comments that I took down or whatever. This has been going on, particularly in the past few days here, and also because spiritually I seem to be preaching to the wind. Again, I'm sort of making a joke out of it. I take this in one sense very lightly because I just do what I do and I speak the truth. But on the other sense, it gets very, I don't even know how to describe my feelings. Sometimes very sorrowful, sometimes very discouraged. But that's enough for that. I just threw that in for bonus points. And I just pulled up this from Volcano Discovery. It's called Depth and Magnitude of Earthquakes near La Palma between 16th through 24th November, right up to this moment here. I'm sorry I'm not showing it. I can't show it right this moment. But what struck me for today is that there's a large amount of quakes within the past 24 hours. What strikes me is they're out of the normal range zone. If you're not familiar with what I'm saying, I keep repeating this. There's one that usually quakes happen between the 10 to 15 kilometer range, and then others way down below near the mantle or above it, the crust, whatever, approximately 30 to 35 kilometers. So I see right now there's been quite a few and larger quakes way down below. That goes, let's see, 30. Let's say, okay, so let's say they're 25 to 30 kilometers and down to 35 kilometers. So it extends to a large range at different points, different levels. Then the upper echelon of quakes is also dips below the 15 kilometer and extends above the 15 kilometer. And one is like on the 5 kilometers. Okay, that means high up. The quake happened high up. Stuff, pressure, magma pushing up. That's what this shows. Pushing up from way deep, and also at the secondary level, and also all the quakes that have happened. And like I said, that presages eruption. So what this is saying is that there's going to be a lot of eruption going on right now, even maybe more than last night, and this is continuing and getting stronger and more serious. And there really hasn't been listed a larger quake really all day. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think so. Really, it's sort of gone silent for the larger quakes. There's been steady, let's say mid threes or even a little stronger during the past 24 hours, right about 20 something. So it's like averaging it out approximately mid-range or so, some maybe higher, quakes of like 1 per hour in the past 24 hours. Okay, sort of spread out. So that's telling me that things are just moving. All these indications. This is gonna get worse here as we're heading into the night. From the looks of this, even worse than last night. And just like I said last night, you could probably expect larger quakes through the night here to start resuming. As strong as it's been, there hasn't been a quake above, let's say, the 6 level. Certainly at least mid-5s, and almost certainly upper 5s approaching 6, if not having hit that along the way here. So it's like, is that going to be tonight's surprise? It seems like every night, the past 4 nights, there's been a spectacle put on, and each one highlighting a different aspect of something happening. So the pattern I see that I just described sort of broke out of the normal pattern or characteristic that usually happens with these quakes. They're all over the map, high and low, up and down, quite a few. Sorry if it seems like I'm yelling. Sorry about that. I guess I had some coffee a little while ago. At least it woke me up. So, yeah, so I'll offer my gut instinct. Again, I've done this the past 4 nights. I feel like things are going to really happen. I don't know what that means, but I feel a bubbly feeling inside of me. Not that I want anything bad to happen, but I think that things are coming down to a head. I really do. Like I just mentioned right at the start here, it might be later than you think. Okay? And that's another point. There's been a lot of those out there coming to my channel showing that attitude. It's like they want this to happen. They want that. They want execute judgment and, things to happen, all right, with a totally wrong attitude. Very cold, very judgmental, very self-righteous, all right? That's what I've been trying to say all along here with getting into all these videos. I did quite a few in the past week or a little more where I started to get a little testy and my feelings came out, because I'm sorry, I won't stand for it. Neither attitudes, neither self-righteousness, or, those who come on here and start accusing me, just like break down the door kind of thing. I've never heard of them before, or some I have, and just all kinds of comments, accusations, and exclamation marks, and many of them you probably didn't even see because I like immediately can those comments and just take them down, or just have to ban them from the channel. That's all there is to it. So again, I do feel very much an alarm inside of me that things are moving here, and over the night here, it's already started. It's going to continue. I don't know what can be expected. Like I said, there's been many surprises night after night here. Also, I could say I kind of feel like I'll be coming back on here tonight. I really do. I think things are going to develop, and that I'll probably come back and report on that. I don't know, maybe not, but I'm kind of feeling that also. That's about it for now. Only other thing I could say is I feel a really good feeling in me at the same time here. I really do, like an overwhelmingly good feeling, momentous feeling, but a feeling like coming to the end of something. I mean, I want this to be over just as much as anyone else does, for whatever reason they might have, whether prophetically or for the safety of themselves or others there, or that this might affect in other countries if this happens with a wave. And I feel led to end with this scripture quote about attitudes about all of this, and it sums up my feelings, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to pull it up, and that'll be it. And it's from Luke, Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, and verses 54 through 56. And it says, and I feel so passionately and strong about sharing this, and I've been upset about all of this. It says, and when his disciples, James and John, saw this, they said, Lord, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, even as Elias did? But he, Jesus, turned and rebuked them and said, Ye know not what manner of spirit you are of. For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. And they went to another village. Okay. I want righteousness and justice and the doing away of evil out of my sight just as much as anyone else. But that's what Jesus said. That's the right attitude. No matter who wants to say otherwise, you're going against Jesus. That was his own words, okay? And all those out there, I'm going to say the same, just as Jesus. He said, and rebuked them and said, Ye know not what manner of spirit you are of, okay? And you don't, none of you. And as Jesus said, for the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them, okay? And it brings to mind the verse where God says, Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and I shall repay. Okay? Yes, I feel passionately, just as anyone else, I hate evil. I hate sin. I don't want this world to be like this anymore. And all these scoundrels, I could use foul language here, but I'm not going to, removed from the earth, and nothing but peace and joy and righteousness and holiness, and the world back to normal, like it's going to be in the millennium. Of course, that's what I want. But examine your hearts, examine your attitudes. Ye know not what spirit ye are of.